Welcome back. We're actually going to have our women's final right now. It's going to be the Melted Ice taking on the Black Ice. And from what I can see down here, the Melted Ice is going to be a conglomeration team. We have a couple of women from the Sisters playing out there on the field.
Still ought to be an interesting match.
Absolutely.
Close ties.
And now we see Hill, that number 9, going up to get the ball.
Oh.
Squeaks through.
Son
Jen Foster saves that for the
Melted
Ice.
Ice.
Melted Ice swing it back inside on the dummy, and Adewinmi gets the ball out, although that's going to be blown dead.
Knock on.
And that is Pablo reffing this game now,
Yep,
correct?
Pablo Garibay.
Pablo Garibay.
Player for Brujos. And a fine ref.
Absolutely. We've seen him ref multiple games today, as well as throughout the year.
Excuse me.
We're on the fall side of it, but I'm sure we'll see a lot of him in the spring during the New Mexico High School Championships.
And they've got some good refs up here, and most of the action for our youth association in Rio Grande is up in Albuquerque.
So right now, Hill swings the ball wide.
A little bit of a
stops at Jen Danielson, who then sends it to the center, Sarah Jordan.
I thought there was a little bit of indecision on our part, but that was a play.
That was, and not clearing away. Hill now charging forward. Her and Lexi Lindquist, and Lindquist now with the ball.
Nice.
She offloads that ball to O'Connor, and Michaela O'Connor. Sorry, that was not Michaela O'Connor. She sent it off to Nguyen.
That was my mistake.
And Yen Nguyen there on the far side gets the try. So that'll be 5 points for the Denver Black Ice as they start off the scoring in this women's final. And our championships are going to be taken home. The High Desert this year will be taken home to Denver. Because either way, the Melted Ice, the Black Ice.
Right.
Either way, it's going home there.
They can share that trophy. Literally.
Literally. Well, we'll see what they're going to do. And Hill kicks it up. And
Nice.
Hill is good. And so Hill is good. That'll give us 7 for the Denver Black Ice. Still 0 for the Melted Ice. And hopefully this sun doesn't melt the ice anymore. It is going to be a hot day, and they've been out here for quite some time.
It's hot on me.
Indeed, I had to bring the sleeves down so I can keep out any more sunburn.
Is there any word or news on what the semis and everything looks like tomorrow?
Not quite sure yet. I'm sure they're still trying to shake that all up.
Okay. I understand UTEP is up soon.
And right now that ball bounces out and knocked forward. So the Melted Ice now take it. That's 21. And they'll just send this forward.
Nice banger, nice pod. Good job by the Melted Ice on the ruck. And a good transition pass, fast. Ooh, the ball's wide open. Who's got it? Yeah, Melted Ice.
And they're crashing through. A little one-hander, no looking. And Melted Ice still crashing forward with it.
Right.
Good rucking is leading to a maintaining possession.
Very nice run. Lady is on the run there.
Shooting forward.
She got caught upright.
So on the tackles, that's Foster out here. And Adewinmi's contesting that one hard. Finally takes him to the ground.
Nice back there. Good pass from the scrum half. Where's the scrum half again? They got it again. They're Whoa.
Melted
Oh,
ice. There's
some
a
gap.
hole up the middle. And driving forward.
Nice.
Swung
Again.
out wide now.
Nice. Are they going to find the space?
They're looking for one.
Yeah.
As they have moved this ball both directions all the way around the field.
We noticed that in the first match we did with those melted ice and the black ice. Both of these teams move the ball very well.
That ball is knocked forward. So the melted ice forward pass on that one leads to the black ice then having the ball.
Right. See, this is our first scrum for these ladies, right?
Absolutely. And this ball will be fed in by Hill. And Hill now takes this ball forward. She sends it out to nobody. Finally picked up there.
Still on the attack.
Driving through, that right there is O'Connor. Now, O'Connor's been playing since 8th grade, so see some of the smarts of her play as a result. And now sending out wide. Nguyen pass is no good to her, but Adewunmi now has the ball. She's running behind her own players. And Adewunmi,
she's got a breakaway. She's looking for some help.
One player to beat. And poached there by Foster. And now the Black Ice are able to take back possession, though, so it would be a knock forward by number 14, Jen Foster. But instead, running the ball forward and nobody to beat there. That's Sarah Jordan. She's got some sweet feet out on that from that center position.
She really sold a move to the fullback there on the melted ice. Have a black ice player down. One of their better players. I hope she's all right.
Well, it's hard to decide. This whole squad is made up of really good players.
Yes, you are. Yep.
There's nobody on this team that you'd really want to swap out, as that is Jen Robbins, J-Rob, who takes the ball a lot from that lock position.
Yep.
But J-Rob's up. And so we will see Hill take another attempt right now. It's up, and it's good. Hill's got her second of the day, and that will lead to the score being 14 for the Denver Black Ice, still 7 for the still nothing for the Melted Ice.
Marty, there's Dave. You want to know what's going on with New Mexico Tech? There's Wheelock.
Ball's going to come back in, and the Melted Ice feed it forward. They're going to have to kick this ball off again. That ball's popped off. They're starting to send it out wide again. And that's Nguyen trying to push through with it.
Nice.
And the possession is retained.
Nice.
And they just keep driving forward with it, stretching the field around.
Another great transition pass from the back of that ruck.
And that's Becca Gates pushing through from that tight head position. Apologize. There's the 8.
Nice little step, lost some people.
And Kern offloads it to Hill. Hill to O'Connor, and Michaela O'Connor drops it.
There should be a knock on. The melted ice put in.
It is, and the Melted Ice backed up into their own territory right now. Just about the 22-meter line. The knock forward.
it's been a good long day of rugby out here at U.S. Bullhead Park. It's beautiful out here. Sunset's starting to go down. We got the finals for the Denver Black Ice and their sister team, the Melted Ice.
And it has been a fantastic game. Started off by that amazing Texas Tech and OU game.
Right.
What a huge one that was.
And it was an upset.
It certainly was.
I think Texas Tech surprised us all.
Well, they definitely did. We didn't quite expect that big play by them, and right now the Melted Ice coming together.
Look how low that Black Ice team is. They're both very low.
They are, and the interesting thing to see here is, so when we watched the Melted Ice before, we saw a lot of players who, had been playing for this Denver team, and we see Mouth right now. She's got a big sunburn on her face.
She's been out here running hard all day as well.
And coaching her team up. But, this one's a conglomeration. I see at least 2 Atomic Sisters out on the field. Can't quite see if there are more, and we see the other Hill drop the ball.
Knock on.
And so we'll come back for the advantage for an offsides back over there for the Melted Ice. And they're just trying to decide what to do here. They will touch and go. Why not? This conglomeration team, they've picked up plenty of meters now. They shifted from about their own 10 to being close to right on the 40-meter line.
They picked up a good 30 meters, and they're still on the attack and still moving forward and down in the ruck.
And that was Hill, I believe, pushing through, and now they're starting to figure out their game, driving into Denver Ice Black Ice territory. Shouldn't say Denver Ice. Both teams are Denver today. And I see the advantage being played. He'll just go ahead and blow it for the offsides.
Right.
Black Ice charging backwards. Melted Ice, tap and go.
Yeah, Melted Ice has got the Black Ice on their heels right now. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They're doing so far, this big play. Although something that's interesting, you see this back line for the Melted Ice, they're not getting in a attacking formation. You see the wing in the center, they're just kind of standing next to each other watching the game go on.
Almost at the same depth. It's more
looks
of a
like the center's even further back.
It's more of a defensive line in the back line than it is an offensive attack mode.
And just lost there.
Knock on by the Melted Ice.
And, that's the kind of thing, if you have a deep back line, you can have your players running forward, charging forward, and really getting something going, especially Mouth. She's a huge player.
Several advantages come with it. If you have depth and you get the ball, you can run on to the opposition. And if the opposition's coming up too fast and you got depth, they're not in your face right away.
Oh, yeah.
And you got time to make a decision.
And you can always offload it from that position.
Yes.
Instead now, Denver Black Ice are going to take the ball back. And talking to some of the Melted Ice players before, these jerseys are, some of them 20 years old.
Wow.
So that tells you a little bit about the history of this team, that they've been around that long. And we see the play swapping, and looks like a long run. She's just got the fullback to beat, and does she have her?
Does she have it? Does she have it? Yes.
The fullback with a saving play, but they're going to call it a try. So that's going to be more points for the Black Ice. I believe that was Molly Albano. And Molly Albano with the try gives them 19 points now. Pending the kick by Lynn Hill, sorry. Sorry, Lynn. Either way, they're going to kick it off now.
Well, she's still setting up for the conversion. Bringing out the tee.
Lynn takes her steps back.
One of those tough kicks. See if she's got it in her.
And Hill not the distance that she needs on that one. So our score will remain at 19 as Hills missed her first conversion of this game. But the Black Ice right there have a significant lead at this point. We're still here in the first half, although we should be playing 20-minute halves right now.
Right. Some of them, I think, were so high scoring and so much action that time was slow to move.
Indeed, when the clock gets stopped every single time because they kick in or they bring in the try.
Nice catch.
And that looked like it was forward, but they'll continue play. And Black Ice trying to send it to the right.
Ball popped out of there by somebody.
And they keep pushing back. There it is on that far side again. Hear a whistle, but it's not this game, so. The Melted Ice have come up with this one. They're going to swing it wide. There's Mouth. And finally taken down. Took them a while to get her. They'll drive forward with it.
Well, the Melted Ice is still on attack, and it's looking good. It's hard to catch exactly what's going on in that shade over there on that part of the field.
Well, the Black Ice kind of melt into the shadow over there. And they'll just keep trying to drive. Melted Ice looking to get some points now. That was Philly. Here's Mouth.
She's hard to
Offload
stop.
now to Cat. Or I apologize, that's Lisa Pena. But not releasing, so the Black Ice will take back the ball.
They'll probably go for a deep touch. Well,
no, they'll just swing it out and Adewunmi. And forward pass. Adewunmi was getting ready to challenge the wing and fullback here on this close side.
And that would have been a challenge.
That would have been a tough one for them. Yeah. She is fantastic there from that wing position.
Melted Ice finds himself getting a break on that one.
And right now we'll be coming down for a scrum for the Melted Ice. Who feed the ball in. It is hooked by the Melted Ice.
It's nice work at the back of the scrum.
They get it out. There's Philly. A dummy back inside to Mouth, who crashes down and fed back out to Philly.
They got him on the perimeter if they get it out.
And that's right around the corner. He's going to come back for an offside, so something must have happened over there.
It still looked like the Melted Ice had a distinct advantage of going for the corner there.
Well, maybe it was a forward pass or something that made him call it.
That's true, too.
But they'll take it the opposite direction now, challenge the other side. And they don't find much room there, but they're able to push the pile. There's Mouth.
She's going to get it, I think.
She's definitely getting close.
Another banger. That was a nice tackle by that lady from the Denver Ice. She just shut that try line down.
And not a lot of room now for the Black Ice to defend. And they're just trying to shove the player over the line. Now taken forward. Not a lot of room.
Nope.
Something.
Denver
They're
Ice
still
is
playing with it.
Tough defense.
And it is poached by the Black Ice.
Yeah.
The Black Ice sent it out. I believe that's Hill there on the far side. And Hill, little dummy to fake off the fullback. She dodges underneath her.
Stays in touch.
And Hill just keeps running. She sends it wide, hoping for a player, and it just doesn't take a good bounce for her.
Right.
So the Melted Ice now with the ball, and Hill with a long run on that one.
penalty to the melted ice. Let's see what.
And I believe it was an offsides. They will kick for touch.
Ooh.
Straight out of bounds. They might have even lost a meter or so.
On that one, yeah. I'm sure that she'd like to have that opportunity back. That was
Toughie. Definitely.
Sometimes that rugby ball does some things you don't want it to do.
Indeed. The elusive egg sometimes. And we'll see who's going to toss this one in for the melted ice. And some substitutions here on the melted ice side. Either Lisa Pena is out or she's back in. Never know on this side. And still driving through. Black Ice now have the ball.
Excuse me.
And that should be Lexi Lindquist.
Black ice
There's
again.
Hill
Yeah.
to Adewunmi. A nice little
Little
toss out
toss.
there to O'Connor.
Nice.
O'Connor back to Adewunmi.
Oh.
And Adewunmi loses the ball forward.
Oh, that was
O'Connor's going to touch it down, but it was still a knock forward. 21 there for the melted ice. Beautiful play to protect her own sideline there.
Whew.
Could be Lakota Beckhorn.
Must
And
be
Beckhorn,
halftime.
yeah, it is the half. So at half, our score 19 for the Denver Black Ice, 0 for the Melted Ice. You're watching ProView Networks. We'll be right back with the second half of this game. They do. Welcome back, folks. We're coming back for the second half action. The melted ice and the black ice.
It's
The
been-
Ice Bowl right now.
Yes, and it's all the black ice in the first half. Let's see what kind of
It is
melted ice
getting
makes.
ready. And yeah, like you're saying, it is the it's going to come down to adjustments. And you never know who's coming on and off for either team. So
It is rolling subs, but the melted ice are playing competitively.
they are, and you know, part of it
They're
is
still in this match.
it's always for pride. Even if you're playing on a conglomeration team, you know, you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose bad. You want to get some
your
points.
sister team.
Indeed. And referee Garibay getting the numbers correct for either side. And right now the melted ice just trying to find out who's in for who at this point.
Little confusion. How many bodies you count out there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. They need 2 more
Is that what
bodies.
you got as well?
Yeah.
Well, they'll find somebody.
14.
Looks like one player's on, so we're at 14.
That's there's
15?
14 out there. That'll make 15.
Okay. They found someone. And she's back out on the field. She was out there before. She was doing the kicks, the girl in the orange socks.
Okay.
So we'll see how the melted ice change their game plan here for the second half. And referee Pablo Garibay gets this back up and going.
Nice take.
That's received there by number 4.
Oh!
Cruncher.
Off her foot, right into her face. Wow.
Yep. Ouch. I think we've all gotten 1 or 2 to the face before,
Yeah.
but it's still never fun to have happen.
It's especially interesting when you block one with your face on a kick, huh? From the opposition. That'll thunk you.
Well, if you get the ball back, then at least the face is worth it. The 2 squads come together. I believe our number 9 is Jess Lincoln. And Lincoln's feed finally goes under the side of the melted ice.
Nice.
Out to Philly.
Nice.
Philly the fake, and now Mouth with the ball. Sends it off to that wing.
She's still moving, but she's down.
And Denver Black Ice
Got
poached the ball.
They poached the ball. A little bit too aggressive on the part of the melted ice trying to ruck. That ball just pops right back into the hands of the black ice lady.
And Albano, she got that ball free. And now the play is blown dead. Believe it was entering from the side. We'll see them kick the touch.
She found it.
She did not find it.
No,
The
she
flag
did
does
not.
not go up, so the black ice, that was
That's
a
a
forward
forward
pass.
I'm sure she wants that one back. That was very lucky for the melted ice that the Denver Black Ice made that error on that forward pass.
Indeed, it was going to be a gift back to the black ice
Right.
on the bad kick that didn't find touch, but instead we will come down for a melted ice scrum down.
Had a pretty even affair here in the second half of this match. No scores.
Well, it's still early on, but
Yeah.
we're only playing 10-minute halves, so if the black ice,
Are they playing 10 or 20?
or 20 minutes, sorry, 20 minutes. So if the melted ice want to get back in this one, though, it's going to have to happen quick.
And they should do something right now, and they are on the attack.
Yeah, they're close. They're within 22 meters. They're right on the 5-meter line now. And shooting forward now.
movement by the big lady.
There may be a meter off, but the ball's held up. We'll come back for a scrum. And so the black ice and the melted ice.
Scrumming down.
Black and blue out on the field right now as we play this Denver championship game right now.
Adamati, is that how you say her name?
Who's that?
Inside.
Awanmi?
Yeah.
Or Adawunmi? Adawunmi.
She moved inside. They do that sporadically, and she
mouth with the ball.
She's got that out there. She's got it back. Nice counter ruck.
An attempt to take the ball back.
I think she came in.
It's
going to
be,
side.
Yep, coming from the side. Quick tap and go.
Oh, they're almost there. They're over if they put it down.
Held up. That's the signal from him.
Wow.
And so they're going to have to play another scrum down.
Wow. She had it.
And the question is whether or not the Melted Ice have it in them to finish this one off.
Well, they're getting a good start right here. They can push this in or get it over. Let's see what they've got.
It's all pride at this point, but at the same time, you want to push the ball through and tell them, hey, we still scored on you.
Yep. So.
And the scrum is set, and Black Ice win this one.
Won that hook. Nice steal by the.
And now we see Hill charging with it.
She kicks the ball away. They're not moving too fast to reclaim this, but.
And a bad pass by the fullback there.
Oh.
And now the Black Ice with the ball again. Michaela O'Connor. And received by the Melted Ice. Melted Ice pushing through. Adawunmi and I believe that's Beckhorn. Beckhorn finally goes to the ground.
Ooh, nice
and the Melted Ice. Great tackling, great rucking for both these squads.
Oh.
And just driving through there.
Oh.
And that is a try. So the Melted Ice now, they've got 5 points of their own. We'll find out who's going to do the kicking for the Melted Ice.
That's closing the margin down to 12 points. 2 scores. 14, I'm sorry.
Well, right now, if the numbers are still the same, Emily Scharfstein is going to be doing the drop goal. And it's got the distance.
It looked good from here. Guess not. Guess
We don't see the flags.
Nope.
So that will keep our score at 5 for the Melted Ice and still 19 for the Black Ice. A 14-point game now. They're going to have to get 2 scores and a couple of conversions to tie this one up.
And the Melted Ice.
Otherwise,
the ball back.
Yeah, but if the Melted Ice can't do it, this trophy will go to Denver.
Yep, one way or the other.
Either way. The trophy will be returning with them no matter which way they go, but at this point, the Melted Ice getting some waters, maybe a couple subs. Black Ice comes up to the line. There's Hill. And Lynn Hill.
That's a nice high boot, nice spot. The Melted Ice take it, very nicely taken. Moving sideways, getting the ball out.
And sending it far out here. More sideways than anything. We see Foster loses the ball as she was too busy looking at Nguyen instead of looking at the ball. And our score right now is 5-19. The Black Ice still leading.
They still have some time here. Melted Ice.
And Hill has the ball, so the Black Ice will be putting the ball in right now. The two sides bind together. Hill's feed. It is won by the Black Ice.
Nice out, nice transition.
And a little come in by O'Connor.
Fullback
And now back
inserts.
out to the number 10. That's Jen Danielson. Danielson finally goes to the ground. O'Connor sends it out to Jordan. Jordan out to the fullback, Albano, and Albano to Adewunmi. Adewunmi,
on the roll.
one person to beat,
She beat him.
and she's got her. That's a touchdown,
Try.
or a try, touchdown, whatever you want to call it. Kemi Adewunmi puts 5 points on the board for the Black Ice.
Takes the edge off of the Melted Ice's dominance here early in the second half.
Yeah, and Hill will be going for her third conversion of the game, or her fourth attempt today. She's 2 for 3 so far. And this is not too hard. The ball was put right underneath the posts. And so we will see Lynn Hill.
Bingo.
It's good. Our score now 5-26 in favor of the Denver Black Ice.
And they get the ball back on the restart.
Well, that's always the advantage of it.
We did see the Melted Ice almost take a possession on a restart early in the first half. I think they ended up knocking it on, didn't they?
They did. And they're going to be right now hoping to squeeze it out, though, as that one is slightly fumbled but finally taken there by Mary Spann.
I think that was the Chicago Cubs slider.
And at this point now, we see the Melted Ice trying to contest for that ball. They're dropping over the top of the ruck, and it looks like they should have the ball on their own side, but they're not rolling away, so we see Hill emerge from underneath the Melted Ice players, and Hill's got the ball in hand. They pop it out, and we see the flag. I believe that's Kenby. Kenby, I believe, was the sister of Kemi. I'm trying to remember the twin sisters last year. Might be her there on the far sideline.
You've got me on that one. You mean the touch judge? Or the,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. They are twin sisters.
And the jump this time is won by the Melted Ice, and that's probably the first line out that we've seen all game. I was getting antsy here. You know, that's my favorite part. And Foster takes the ball. She sends it off. And now they crash to the ground. And just trying to hold on to their own ruck.
Nice counter ruck by the
And
Black
just
Ice.
out of position. Now off to the fullback. Careful, or this will be a obstruction call. And right now, the Melted Ice just trying to hold on to this ball. Looks like they're binding in for a maul, and they're doing so quite successfully.
No, they're going backwards now. They're going to have to.
Well, the
use
Black
theirs
Ice finally found their found the maul themselves, and a knock on. So now that maul leads to a scrum down for the Black Ice.
Those ladies look a little tired.
Yeah, they're going to be coming down for another one. It's always got to be a fun and exciting experience to be able to play in these tournaments.
3-5-2. Be about 8 o'clock.
So, now they're ready to go again. The two teams bind together, feed it under, and the Black Ice win it. Hill just misses the toss, but still taken there.
Bad pass today, but
Well, there's O'Connor.
Black Ice recover well.
And now off to Adewunmi. And so now the scrum down, that's going to be going to the Melted Ice this time, hoping to win one. They've been beaten a couple of times on these, As we see some substitutions coming off the field is Nguyen. Yen Nguyen, and in her place is Caitlin. And Caitlin has a hat collection of 76 hats.
That's
Still impressive.
I think I've got her beat.
Yeah, that is a lot of hats to have. I don't think my girlfriend even has that many shoes.
I have about 50 that I keep in regular reach.
Oh, man. Right now, the Melted Ice taking that ball backward, and they win their scrum, but the defensive stand by the Black Ice is fierce.
They're not giving away too much, are they?
They are not.
They're still intense.
And we'll see if they want to send this out to the line. Again, this line's not getting very deep.
Yeah, it's not.
We finally see them. Maybe they can hear us from here.
And the Black Ice Bell, the Melted Bell, they keep fighting them back and throwing them back behind the gain line.
Might want to send it out to the backs at this point. I know how it is, though, for you forwards like to hold on to the ball. Try and beat it into the opponents. Hands in the ruck.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a knock-on, actually. So now we're going to see the Black Ice getting the scrum down now.
Oh, man.
Not a lot of time left in this game. We've definitely played close to 15 minutes or so. As the two sides get ready to scrum down.
Right. Nice hook.
And they'll send it out.
That hooker brings that ball back to the 8-man's feet.
Ooh, knocked forward. Advantage being played, and it should be blown dead as Albano did not get that ball.
Melted Ice's ball on the put-in. They're under the shadow of the Black Ice's goalpost. Let's see what they're able to do here. See if they can punch it in.
They've got to do something here. They've got to get some more points up on this board so that they can get more close to winning this one.
Yeah. These ladies do look tired, don't they?
They certainly do, Delbert.
I'm sure that it's a well-deserved. They've had some fun today.
They certainly have, and now the ball fed under. And taken by the Black Ice. That's the big number 8, Amy Kern.
Nice,
and now O'Connor.
Oh.
And O'Connor, she was looking to send it to Adewunmi, but Adewunmi blew past her. Now it's taken by Jordan. And they're still being blown off the ball. And pushing forward is the Melted Ice.
Nope.
Just got to find somewhere. Is that the hole she's looking for? She's got to beat Adewunmi. She's looking for her support as the Black Ice attempt to strip it. Instead, Melted Ice still driving forward.
And still going.
They set him up, and nobody's going to let go of that ball. We're going to come back for not releasing. Might go for the quick touch and go, and they do. Sent out wide. Got to send it to your last person.
They lost some meters there.
They did.
Oh.
And they're just trying to drive it on the 5-meter line now, the cusp of scoring.
Oh, poached, hands in.
Not rolling, says Pablo Garibay.
Rolling away.
And they send this on to the left side. Fumbled there a little bit, but still sent backwards. And we see Foster now, stiff arm, tries to fight inside. They're still moving, these Black Ice ladies, or these Melted Ice ladies. And the pick and go. That's the scrum half there. Held up. Held up by the Black Ice as the Melted Ice.
Several times with these ladies.
Yeah, that's their second one today.
Oh.
That's tough. You know, they are playing one of the best women's teams in the country. Certainly one of the top 4 at the D1 level.
Right.
Literally one of the top 4 in the D1 level from the last year, and looking to compete this year for that top 1 position.
I don't think they look any different from the way they looked out in Tucson.
No. And fed underneath there.
Took it out.
Taken. And Beckhorn. Beckhorn.
Uh-oh,
She had tries before, and she gets herself another one. So Beckhorn brings our score up to 10 for the Melted Ice. Still 26 for the Denver Black Ice. And the Black Ice in a position they're not used to right now, Delbert. They just got scored on.
That's 2 tries they've given up in this match, both in the second half.
And the drop goal is no good. So our score will remain at 10 for the Melted Ice. Still 26 for the Black Ice. Still some time on the clock as Pablo Garibay has not blown this one dead just yet.
And the Melted Ice do get the ball back as a reward for scoring that try. Let's see if they can take it back down the field and put some more points on the board with a fine try. Looks like they're not quite set up to return this restart.
No.
There goes the kick.
And they catch that ball.
You know what these ladies have done on these restart receivings? They've all caught the ball well today.
Well, I think Carl was mentioning earlier the way that women, they play just at a stronger technical level.
They're coachable, and there's definitely not much testosterone to deal with. They just they play good team rugby.
They do, and very solid. We've got a scrum down now for the Black Ice. And right now, they're getting close.
What team were they talking about? I can't hear them. I was just saying yellow.
Well, right now they are trying to get this ball out of the scrum. Hill does. She's just trying to run away, kicks the ball out of bounds.
Yep,
that's our game, folks. Your champions, the Denver Black Ice. 26-10 over the Denver Melted Ice. That'll be the end of our broadcast here today. The High Desert Championship trophies heading to Denver. Aaron Rivera for William Powell. Josh Luna, Delbert Arnold saying good night.
Good night. Good job, Aaron.